Hey everyone, this is Goku-san DBZ, and welcome to a new best to worst list. This is ranking, for me, my least favorite to my favorite character on Injustice 2. Now, keep in mind this is not based on their looks or the character themselves, but more based on how I'm ranking them more based on how much I actually enjoy their gameplay in the actual game. So with that said, first up we have 38 characters total. So coming in first at number 38, my least favorite character to play as in the game is this fella right here. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of his, honestly. Never have cared too much for this character. Gameplay wise, he's just too slow. Design wise, I actually don't mind. I love the cat. But actual gameplay wise, yeah, he's by far my least favorite character in the game. Next, just barely above him, at number 37, is Bane. I just never care much for Bane. And actually either Injustice game, to be honest. Coming in at number 36 is Adam. Yeah, I just never really cared about this character in all honesty. Just my own personal opinion though. At 35 is Blue Beetle. Now, I will say, design-wise, I actually like the design of Blue Beetle. I'll be honest. I actually dig this design. And I think he definitely looks better than, say, Cyborg, but for the most part, yeah, gameplay wise I just don't care much about Blue Beetle, unfortunately. Coming in at 34 is Black Canary. I know there's definitely some Black Canary fans out there, but for me, I just never cared much for the gameplay of her character, and she feels like, honestly, a cheap knockoff of Sindel, in my opinion, with the whole Scream ability and everything. She just feels like a downgraded version of Sindel, in my opinion, though Sindel is way more fun to play as. Coming in at 33, I'm honestly not sure what most people's opinion is on the next one. And that is Catwoman. But for me, I just can never get into the Catwoman gameplay wise. Though I will say, I actually like her design in the game. I will give her that much credit. Coming in at 32, at one time was my least favorite character, but as time has gone on, he's gone up a few spots in rank, that being Gorilla Grodd. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. But Gorilla Grodd, I love his design though. I mean, he just looks awesome, and I love the details on the armor and everything, especially this gold armor. But he makes it only to number 32, unfortunately, gameplay wise, though he is one of, I think, the cooler design characters in the game. Coming at 31, at one time was hands on my least favorite female character in the game, but for me, I actually like her a little bit more than I used to. she plays like her super and stuff, kind of like a female Wolverine, or sort of like X-23, I guess you could say. Most people are gonna know her better thanks to Wonder Woman 84, though I think she's more. I like her better in the game, in all honesty. Coming at number 30, quite a few people's probably one of their favorite female characters of all time, from DC or Batman. But for me, coming in at number 30 is Poison Ivy. But, of course, once again, design-wise, Poison Ivy is really good design in the game, and I love the whole feature with those plants with the teeth and stuff. Really nice touch, demonstrating obviously her ability. Also, she has one of the coolest supers in the game. But gameplay aspects, she comes at number 30 for me. Coming in at 29, probably my least favorite of the keep away characters, of course, at 29 is Red Hood. I'm sure there are some people that love Red Hood or like him a lot more than me. I'm just not the biggest fan overall of Red Hood. Besides, I think there's a much better version keep away character in this game than Red Hood. Coming at 28. Is Cyborg. Sorry, Cyborg, but you unfortunately only make it to number 28. I will admit, I think he's a little bit better in this game on certain aspects. Then there's maybe one or two things I like better from Injustice 1 with him. But I think it really depends just your play style and everything to how you yourself are going to rank somebody. Though, like me, you would rank them differently going between based on your personal favorite from comics versus actual gameplay. Now, if it was based on strictly comic characters and stuff, Cyborg, I'll be honest, would be a little bit higher. But based on strictly the gameplay aspects, 28. At 27, I'm not sure what other people's opinions are on her, but for me, coming at 27 is Wonder Woman. Yes, I'm sorry to some people out there, but I just don't care much for Wonder Woman, gameplay-wise. I will say, at least she looks a lot better in this game than she did in Injustice 1. I will say that she looks way better in this game, design-wise. At least she doesn't have the really messed up neck design that she had in the first one. Coming at 26, I'm sure a lot of people have much higher, but strictly looking at from the gameplay aspect, for me, coming at 26 is Harley Quinn. Sorry, Harley Quinn fans out there, and I know Harley Quinn has a huge, hardcore fan base. But gameplay-wise, I just don't like Harley Quinn, I'll be honest. I just never really cared too much for her gameplay overall. But to each their own. Coming at 25, here's going to be one of the big ones, I'm sure, unpopular opinion. For me at 25 is Batman. Yes, I know. Batman has probably the largest fan base out of any DC character of all time. And I'll be honest, I do feel Batman is the most overrated DC character of all time, in my opinion. But with that, I will say I love the redesign of him. I will say that's one of the positives I've always given Batman as a character. His designs, a lot of times like this, are superb. And I like they went a little bit more of the Christopher Nolan take of Batman design with a little bit more body armor and stuff. I like that. But gameplay wise, it doesn't change the fact I just don't care too much for the way he plays in the game. His mechanics and abilities, though he does have one heck of a super, doesn't change thing though in the end. Coming in at 24, one of my more preferred keep away characters at 24 is Deadshot. I mean, as time has gone on, I like Deadshot a little more than I used to. I don't play Deadshot a lot, not much at all, but I do like him more than Redhead, I'll be honest. Coming in at number 23 is a character that would be in my top 5 favorite design characters in Injustice 2, easily. But gameplay wise, just his playstyle, he doesn't make anything higher than 23. Even though, like I said, if I went strictly on design, yeah, Dr. Fate would easily be in my top 5, but strictly in the aspects of gameplay, he doesn't make it any higher than 23. Coming in at 22. I'm not sure what some people's opinions are, but for me at 22 is Firestorm. I actually think he's somewhat interesting. His design is cool. I like the effects with the fire, but it doesn't change the fact that he remains more mid-tier for me. Coming in at 21 is the big boss himself. At 21 for me is Brainiac. Design-wise, I like the design of Brainiac, and I prefer this design over some of the other incarnations of Brainiac. Now, this comes from someone who's been a fan of Brainiac characters since the 90s, but gameplay-wise, he's not great, though he also has a great super. But it doesn't change the fact I just couldn't get into his gameplay style as much as other characters. But there's another big baddie I like just a tiny bit more. Speaking of, coming at number 20 is Darkseid. Yeah, Darkseid is an interesting character. At one time he was probably in my top 5 least favorite characters in the game gameplay. As time has gone on, I like Darkseid a bit more than I used to. Also, I love this gold version of his armor. Coming at number 19 is Green Lantern. Now, one thing I like about Green Lantern is one of the augment or skins that you can get. The fact I can turn him into John Stewart, which is hands down my favorite Green Lantern of all time. Given I grew up with the John Stewart Green Lantern when I was a teenager, watching the original animated Justice League series. So maybe that's why I'm a bigger fan of John Stewart over the original. Coming in at number 18, I'm not sure, I haven't heard too many people's opinions, but for me at number 18 is Captain Colt. Interesting character. Obviously the sort of replacement for Mr. Freeze in this game, but I like his design a little bit more, and I like Captain Colt's abilities more than Mr. Freeze. For me, though, coming next at number 17 is the perfect example of a character that I love design, but gameplay is a little bit lower. For me, at number 17 is Scarecrow. And in my opinion, Scarecrow is another one that has one of the best, easily in the top 10 best supers in the game. I arguably also would put Scarecrow in the top 5 best design characters in the game. I just love the whole very nightmarish design that they went with in this game. He honestly looks like he came out of Mortal Kombat. Like MKX. He looks like he fit in it perfectly. But gameplay aspects, he comes in at number 17. I would love to put Scarecrow a lot higher, but strictly based on how much I've enjoyed playing with him as a character, yeah, he makes it to 17. Coming in at number 16. Another character I don't hear surprisingly a lot of people talk about in this game as much is this fella right here, Joker. This, I'll admit, I actually kind of like the gameplay style a bit more for Joker in this game than Injustice 1 Joker, I'll be honest. Design-wise, I prefer Injustice 1 Joker a lot more. But still, actual play style, I prefer this Joker. Coming in at number 15. Somebody I wanted to put a lot higher than at number 15, but for me coming in 15th place is Hellboy. Though I love the Hellboy movies, never really read the Hellboy comics, I'll be honest, but I do love the movies. For me, Hellboy though comes in 15th place. Coming in 14th place, a character that I'm surprised more people don't like, that I actually like, is Enchantress. I find her interesting. Coming at number 13, a character I was honestly not sure what I would think about. I actually don't mind, and that being Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is actually a pretty cool character. His playstyle is very unique compared to many of the other characters in the game. He is also someone I feel like could have easily fit into the Mortal Kombat universe, along with Tremor. Coming at number 12 is a character I'm sure most people are plenty familiar with, and that being Green Arrow. For me, yeah, I put Green Arrow in 12th place. He's a character as time went on I've enjoyed more playing as, sort of like Hawkeye and Marvel Infinite. It's interesting, both Arrow users, but yeah, surprisingly, Green Arrow is actually a lot of fun, and I love the character design in this game, honestly. I think it's one of the best designs I've seen of Green Arrow. Coming in at number 11. Maybe controversial, maybe not, I don't know, but for me coming in at number 11 is Damian Wayne Robin. Yes, I actually like this version of Robin quite a bit. His design is superb. His gameplay style is pretty good. Not as good as Nightwing, but still not bad. And I like that he plays a little more like a ninja style character. Coming in at number 10. Black Adam. A character that, as time has gone on, I like more and more. Black Adam, I like a lot more in this game than Injustice 1. Injustice 1, Black Adam wasn't bad, but one, I think his design's way better in this game, and his super is amazing. But for me, coming in 9th place is definitely a character everyone's familiar with. And I like they try to go with the more handsome sort of, but at the same time they tried to make him look tough as well. And I appreciate trying to create like a hybrid style Aquaman. But yeah, for me, 9th place is Aquaman, hands down. Coming in at number 8. Another guest character. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Though, if I was going to pick between all the versions, I will admit, I think I like Leonardo the best overall gameplay aspect. though Raph can be interesting, and so can Michelangelo. Not the biggest Donatello fan in this game, but yeah, for me, Leonardo is easily my favorite version. Coming at number 6 is definitely a character that I'll admit there's a bias besides loving her playstyle, and I'm glad she plays good. That being Starfire. Being a longtime fan of the original Teen Titans, and I think she looks great in the game. Design, her abilities are cool, and I'm glad they put in a lot of time and effort into this character. Coming at number 5 is technically my number 1 favorite DC hero of all time, but is number 5 with overall playstyle. And coming at number 5 is Superman, which I also appreciate the fact he has the Bizarro skin, which I love this Bizarro skin. But may I add, absolutely love this black and gold Superman design. But anyways, for me, coming in 5th place is Superman. Love his gameplay style, love his different skins, very much so. I'm just glad at least he plays as good as he did in the first game, if not maybe a little better, and I appreciate that, being a longtime fan of Superman. Coming in at number 4 is a guest character that everyone is familiar with. Coming in at number 4 is Sub-Zero, which I love the fact I could change his color skins. But yeah, for me, at number 4 is Sub-Zero. I think gameplay, it's an interesting hybrid between his Mortal Kombat X gameplay and going with a more Injustice type ability. I appreciate the augments they did to his playstyle, plus his super is great as well. Coming in at number 3 is easily my favorite female character in the whole game, without a shadow of a doubt. Coming in at number 3, Supergirl. Love Supergirl in this game. And I didn't think I would end up liking her playstyle a little bit more than Superman, but surprise, surprise, I ended up liking Supergirl a little bit more. And I think this is maybe best designed Supergirl I've seen. Coming at number 2, favorite character, another guest character. And that being coming at number 2, Lord Raiden. With easily the greatest super in the entire game, hands down. And I gotta admit, I love this skin as well, design. But yeah, for me, Raiden, easily my second favorite. However, a character once upon a time was mid-tier. As time has gone on and I've played more and more, coming in at number 1 is Black Manta. I love Black Manta's playstyle in this game so much, it's ridiculous how fun he is. And his gameplay style reminds me so much of Sector. But with that said, I'll get ready to wrap up this best of worst list. I'll see y'all next time. Same YouTube time, same YouTube channel. Stay safe out there and all this craziness going on. See you soon.